all assigned equipment during all hours and all weather conditions. Standard, perform, control bleeding in accordance with USACE. The risk assessment for this block of instruction is low. If you commit an unsafe act, injure yourself or anyone else while testing, you will be stopped and informed that you are no-go. Environmental conditions. The weather conditions are hot and humid. Continue to drink water in preparation for test week and the 12-mile road march. Avoid all wildlife. If there is an issue, alert those around you and bring it up to a grader. Task, evaluate a casualty using tactical field care and control bleeding. Condition, you are a member of a team on a combat patrol that has come under small arms fire. You witness a teammate in the open receive a gunshot wound to the, in this case, is going to be your left leg. Your teammate was able to apply their own tourniquet, move to you, and is responsive. Again, I say is responsive. Okay. You are behind cover, not under hostile fire, and security has been established. You have a combat lifesaver bag, otherwise known as a CLS bag, and are not in a CBRN environment. Standard is to perform all tasks to standard in sequence within 5 minutes without causing further injury. All right, so before we dive into the block of instruction, one thing that I do want you to take out your books and write down is chest cavity for to be added into your blood sweep, all right? Before Benning came out to validate us, they said, hey, you needed to go ahead and perform a blood sweep on the chest cavity. So that is from them, that is not on us, okay? So make sure that you have this added in.
Yeah, none of you guys have E3B books? They're working on it. They're trying to print more copies.
Well, if you have a notebook, make sure you write it in there.
Blame it on 3rd Brigade. It's his fault.
All right, so let's get into it. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna perform a blood sweep of the extremities, including the neck, armpits, chest cavity, and groin areas. You're going to expose the wounds if bleeding is detected. So first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna start with the neck. You're gonna reach behind the neck, interlock both fingers, swipe up, and ensure that there's no blood. So you need to look at your hand each time you perform a blood sweep on the extremity.
No blood.
All right, you continue on with your blood sweep. You're gonna start at the arm, emphasizing that hand, so there's 2 methods. You got the rake method, you got the pat method. We prefer the rake method, right? It's not the way, but it is a way, the preferred way. All right, so emphasize that hand going in the armpit. You're gonna rake outward, rake in one full motion. In this case, you have detected blood, so you're gonna immediately expose the wound.
Identify the wound.
Once you've identified the wound, you're gonna continue on with your blood sweep. You're not gonna stop and render aid right then and there.
Listen to this, you guys are allowed to unclip the flick, okay?
All right, so now you're gonna perform a blood sweep on your chest cavity. Keep a mental note, the way he's doing it, so when he comes up to that chest cavity, he's going like this, right? That's to let you know that one hand's going on top of the chest and one hand's going on the rib cage or underneath the back, all right, as being done. All right, you're gonna do one continuous sweep, ensuring there's no blood. You're gonna go across the chest, underneath the flick, not on top of the flick.
No blood.
You're gonna go one across the abdomen.
No blood.
All right, and then you're gonna do the same thing you did to this side to that side.
At this point, you can lean over and do this if it's comfortable for you. If you're gonna stand up, that's fine. Just remember you're on the clock, so.
All right, so he just finished his chest cavity blood sweep, all right? Now he's gonna finish off and do his arm sweep, the last arm. Same way he did over here, emphasizing that hand going into the armpit, raking in one full motion, ensuring there's no blood.
No blood.
All right, just a pause, all right? There's not a specific order in which you do the blood sweep, all right? Just make sure that you're hitting everything that we're teaching you. This is the preferred method. So if you stick to what we're teaching you, it's gonna ensure your maximum amount of success at this stage.
When he's saying preferred method, obviously, yes, preferred method. It's gonna help you guys. It's faster, okay? You don't, like I said, we don't have to do it that way. We're just recommending you do it this way.
Okay. So once you continue on, you're gonna start at the groin on the leg, and you're gonna do one continuous motion all the way down, raking, ensuring that there's no blood.
No blood.
You're gonna come over here to this other leg. There is a tourniquet, so you need to break this leg up into two sections. So you're gonna start at the groin, and you're gonna rake and stop right before the tourniquet, ensuring there's no blood.
No blood.
If you rake and you hit that tourniquet, you're gonna be a no-go because you're causing further injury to that casualty, and you're probably stopping what's keeping him from to stop bleeding. Right? After that's complete, you're gonna go below the tourniquet and all the way down to the ankle. In this case, he has blood. You detect blood, so you're gonna expose the wound, identify the wound. Once that wound is identified, that ends what we like to explain as your first portion, right, of this stage, of this station. So we kind of break it up into three sections. So you have your blood sweep, and then you have the second portion, which we're about to get into, known for the acronym that we made, TTBCT. Recommend y'all write that down. That's going to keep y'all on track in case you might forget what you're doing. All right, so starting off, first T is your initial tourniquet. You're going to assess the tourniquet using the 2-finger method, reaching underneath the tourniquet. When done, the grader will state that the wound spurts blood whenever the limb is moved. You're going to attempt to further tighten the cat until bleeding stops.